This video will go over how to use the Unplanned Field Samples report in FUDSChem. The Unplanned Field Samples report shows samples that were included in ChemField data, but are not planned under Event Management. Please refer to our Event Management tutorial for more information on planning samples under Event Management, and our Field Sampling ChemField Entry tutorial for more information on ChemField data entry. These videos are linked in the description. The Unplanned Field Samples report can be used to update event management data that has not been completed or is not correct. Event tracking reports rely on correctly planned samples under event management to run properly. To access the Unplanned Field Samples report, go to Reports, Event Tracking Reports, Unplanned Field Samples. Choose the project and event, and click View Report. If your project or event is not available in the dropdown, that means there are no unplanned field samples. The report shows all of the relevant information for samples that are not found in event management. Sometimes, this is due to a sample that is missing entirely. Often, this is due to a typo being entered into the event management and being fixed in the ChemField file, but not in event management, leading to a discrepancy. We will look at several examples by opening up event management and comparing to the Unplanned Field Samples report. Move the report to one side and go to Tools, Data, Event Management, Assign Field Samples tab. The first item listed on the Unplanned Field Samples report, CRB-MW-466S_Jan17, is not available to select. That means we need to go a little further back. Go to the Assign Locations tab and add CRB-MW-466S to the event, then plan it for said 5.2 data. We go over this in more detail in our event management tutorial. This video is linked in the description. Go to the Assign Methods tab and assign the appropriate method listed on the Unplanned Field Samples report, in this case, SW6020A. List A. Again, we go over this in more detail in the Event Management tutorial. Now, on the Assign Field Samples tab, we're able to select the CRB-MW-466S location. Since the Unplanned Field Samples report is populated via the ChemField data, which is a digitized version of the chain of custody, we know that copying the information from the Unplanned Field Samples report will ensure this data matches the digitized COC. We will copy the field sample ID and enter the matrix of WG. The begin and end depths are automatically populated by the top and bottom elevations of the well screen, which was previously entered into FUDSChem. We will leave those as is. Add the sample type of N for normal, and the sampler of ESYS, and lab of TAMV. These are valid values for our sampling company and lab. Change the sampling status to an appropriate description, such as sampled. Lastly, be sure to check the box for the appropriate method. Click Save Changes. Back in the Unplanned Field Samples report, click Refresh. The first item disappeared, which indicates that we entered the information correctly, and it is no longer considered unplanned. Let's select the next location in our Event Management window, CRB-MW-467S. This one is available to select, so rather than being missing, it must just have a discrepancy. we'll compare the report to what is entered in Event Management to find the discrepancy. In this case, the sample ID is different. The Unplanned Field Samples report, and therefore the digital chain of custody, lists 467S, but the Event Management has a typo, where the letter S is left out. To make sure our Event Management matches what was entered for our COCs, change the name to include the S. Click Save. Let's refresh the report to make sure adding that S did the trick. Since the sample is still listed on the report, there must still be another discrepancy. In this case, the sample type is listed as N on the report, but is blank in Event Management. Change the sample type to N in Event Management. Click Save. Refresh the report again to see if everything is resolved. It is. Let's take a look at our last example. The field sample ID matches. The matrix matches. The sample type, sampler, and lab match. The only thing left is our method information. Our Event Management has method SW6020A checked. That matches. The extraction method also matches. The list code is our discrepancy. Methods can have different analyte lists set up in the eQuap setup. In this case, the Event Management checked the box for list B, our short list of analytes, rather than list A, our long list of analytes. Uncheck B and check A. Click Save Changes. When we refresh the report, no more samples are shown. We've successfully added all of our unplanned field samples to the planning under Event Management. Since we've done this, our event tracking reports will run smoothly. Don't forget to subscribe to the FUDSChem YouTube channel for more tutorial videos. All of the tutorials and playlists mentioned during this video are linked in the description below. Lastly, if you have questions or comments, feel free to contact us at fuds.support@synectics.net. Thank you.